Good early morning to you, YouTube. How you guys doing? How you folks doing? Dirk here at GC Blues 45. Ah, boy. What a night. First off, I was at the game, and let me tell you something. I want to say this to Jack Hughs. I know you see my sign that I showed you, but you didn't have to be rude and say, well, you didn't say it, but you basically said, forget you and not sign an autograph for someone. That asked very nicely and took the time to make a sign and ask you, hey, can I have a sign? I mean, an autograph on the puck. You know, you shouldn't be that rude, especially if they're a fan of yours. Because I know you see my sign that I had for you, and you had to be rude. I know you got time for practice and stuff, but you got time to skate around and hit pucks into the net so fans can have them or give them to fans, but you don't have time to give an autograph to a fan? That's ridiculous. And you might see my jersey and stuff like, oh, you're a St. Louis fan? I'm not giving you nothing. That's flat out rude. Literally. That's that's very rude. Very rude of you. And just know that when you have fans that come to games and stuff and they want your autograph, don't be rude to them. Especially someone who's like me and I'm a collector. I collect autographs. I love having autographs. And you're one that I want. You're one of the people who I want to have on the puck. But just don't be rude to a fan saying, no, I'm not gonna sign an autograph for you because you're wearing the team that we're taking on. You're wearing a home team jersey. Don't I'm not signing you an autograph at all. That's very rude. Okay, so let's get right into our video. 10 games on the dock. I was deeply disappointed in some of these games. So, and I want to say this. On this first sheet, I went 2-1-1. Okay. Starting off with Buffalo at Montreal. Entering the matchup, Buffalo was 11-16-4 and 26 points. Montreal 11-16-3 and 25 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Montreal Canadiens beat the Buffalo Sabres by the score of 6-1. Yeah. Shots on goal were the Habs 27, the Sabres 27, 20, Sabres 21. The Canadiens had 20 saves with the Sabres 21. Montreal went 3 for 6 on the power play with Buffalo 0 for 5 on the power play. Buffalo's now on a 4-game losing streak. What can I say? Montreal dominated the whole game back. They just dominated, and they got the win because they earned it. So, way to go. But Buffalo, they did what they could not to be shut out entirely. So, way to go. Next was Columbus at Tampa. Entering the matchup, Columbus was 12-14-5 and 29 points. Tampa 16-10-2 and 34 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Columbus Blue Jackets lose to the Tampa Bay. What? Sorry, the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Columbus Blue Jackets. I didn't go for Columbus. I went for Tampa. Tampa wins by a score of 5-3. Shots on goal: the Bolts 32, the Jackets 31. The Lightning had 28 saves with the Blue Jackets 27. Tampa went 1 for 2 on the power play with um, Columbus 1 for 5 on the power play. Tampa's now on a 3-game winning streak. What to say about this game? Um, it was neck and neck pretty much. Of course, then Columbus does the empty netter, one take it to overtime. They didn't, and Tampa gets the empty netter. So way to go for Tampa. And Tampa wanted to win more. That's why they got it, and so that's good for them. Next was LA at Pittsburgh. Entering the matchup, LA was 18-9-3 and 39 points. Pittsburgh 13-14-5 and 31 points. This game had to go into the extra period because it was tied 2-2 after 60, and the Pittsburgh Penguins win by a score 3-2. Shots on goal, both teams had 31. The Penguins had 29 saves with the Kings 28, and both teams were 0 for 3 on the power play. This game was neck and neck, back and forth all the way through. Way to go by both teams. LA picks up a point, which is great. Their 40th point of the year, which is great. At least they got a point. But Pittsburgh wanted to win more. That's why they got it. And way to go. But it was a good battle, back and forth for both teams. So, got nothing to complain on that. Next was the New York Islanders at the Carolina Hurricanes. Entering the matchup, the Islanders were 12, 14-5 and 29 points. Carolina 19, 10-1 and 39 points. And at the end of 16 minutes, the Carolina Hurricanes beat the New York Islanders by a score of 4-0 in the Pepsi Zero Sugar shutout. Shots on goal, Canes 29, the Islanders 32. The Hurricanes had 32 saves with the Isles 25. Carolina was 1 for 2 on the power play with the New York Islanders 0 for 1 on the power play. Total dominance by the Hurricanes. I mean, total domination. The Hurricanes just flat out dominated the game left and right. It was a good game for the Hurricanes, and that's why they won. Their 20th win of the season. So, way to go. Next, my Blues against New Jersey. Entering the matchup, New Jersey was 20, 10-3 and 43 points. St. Louis 15, 14 and 3 and 33 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, the Blues lose by a score of 4-1. Shots on goal, the Devils 28, the Blues 20. The Devils had 19 saves with the Blues 24. New Jersey went 1 for 3 on the power play with the Blues 0 for 1 on the power play. This game was totally dominated by the Devils. The Blues did counter a little bit, and we did score. We scored. It was 3-1 in the third, and then all of a sudden we decided to pull Bennington, which was the worst move, I think. I think we should have kept it in goal until we scored the second goal, and the empty netter happened to make it 4-1, and that was it. I don't know what's going on with this team. Armstrong is really falling apart. I just don't think he has the stamina to do it no more, and I don't know what it is. To tell you the truth, Armstrong needs to get his act together. And that's my opinion. He really needs to get his act together because this is ridiculous. On um, losing like we are. We're 15, 15 and 3 now. And I don't see what's going to happen. But you never know. And stuff, but I still got faith in this team. I really hope for the best. Next, the New York Rangers at the Nashville Predators. Entering the matchup, The Rangers were 15, 14, and 1 and 31 points. Nashville 18, 17, and 6 and 32 points. And at the end, 60 minutes, the Predators beat the Rangers by a score of 2-0. It's another Pepsi Zero Sugar shootout. Shutout. Not shootout, shutout. Shots on goal, the Preds 32, the Rangers 25. The Predators had 25 saves with the Rangers 30, and both teams were 0 for 2 on the power play. Total dominance by the Predators. Way to go. They did a great job. They totally isolated the Rangers by 9 line score. So that's why the Rangers lost. They couldn't handle the pressure that was being focused on the Rangers. I mean, by the Predators, and that's why they lost. So yeah, shows you what I know, right? So so how did I do in the West? Right. Well, currently, right now, I am 2, 3, and 1. Can I get a win? Another win? Let's find out. Next was Washington at Chicago. Entering the matchup, Washington, that played the night before, was 21, 7, and 2, and 44 points. The Chicago Blackhawks 10, 19, and 2, and 22 points. At the end of 60 minutes, the Chicago Blackhawks beat the Washington Capitals by a score of 4-3. Normally, teams win one and they lose the other, or lose one and they win the other, but in this case, they get shut out. Shots on goal, the Hawks 23, the Caps 22. Both teams had 20 saves, and Chicago's 0 for 4 in the power play, with Washington 0 for 3 in the power play. This game was neck and neck, back and forth, tied up, and then all of a sudden, Chicago gets it, and that's why they won. So, way to go by Chicago. You know, I'm not going to root for you guys. I will never will, but you guys earned this win. So now puts me at 4 losses, 2 wins, 4 loss, 1 OTL. Can I get a win? Next was Boston and Calgary. Current going into the matchup, Boston was 16, 13, and 3 and 35 points. Calgary 15, 11, and 5 and 35 points. Also, records were near each other, and this game had to go into overtime because at the end of 60 minutes, it was tied 3-3, and Boston wins by a score of 4-3. There we go. Shots on goal: Bruins 35, the Flames 23. The Bruins had 20 saves with Calgary 31. Boston went 0 for 1 on power play. Calgary, well, get this, they didn't have no power plays because Boston didn't go into the box at all. They had no power. They did not commit no penalties, so that was it. 17th win for Boston. Very good. This game was neck and neck, back and forth. And then, of course, in overtime, Boston wanted to win more, and that's why they got it. So, way to go. Next was Ottawa at Seattle. Entering the matchup, Ottawa was 15, 13, and 2 and 32 points. Seattle 15, 15, and 2 and also 32 points. And at the end of 60 minutes, we have another Pepsi Zero Sugar shutout because Ottawa beats the Seattle Kraken by the score of 3-0. Shots on goal, the Sens 27, the Kraken 30. The Senators had 30 saves with the Kraken 24. Ottawa was 3 for 4 on the power play with Seattle 0 for 4 on the power play. Ottawa's now on a 3-game winning streak. By the way, the Rangers are on a 3-game winning streak. The Devils are on a 3-game winning streak. So, I want to be that the note. Total dominance by Ottawa. Seattle was just not prepared, and that's what happens when you lose and when you're not ready for a game. And apparently Seattle wasn't, and they thought, oh, this is gonna be easy win because Seattle, it's Ottawa, they're not gonna win, but they had another thing coming. So the following Winnipeg at San Jose. Entering the matchup, Winnipeg 22-9-1 and 45 points. San Jose 11-14-5 and 27 points. And at the end of 16 minutes, the Winnipeg Jets beat the San Jose Sharks by a score of 4-3. Shots on goal were the Jets 33, the Sharks 35. The Jets had 32 saves with the Sharks 29. Winnipeg went 2 for 2 on the power play with San Jose 1 for 3 on the power play. Jets are doing great. They're dominating. It was back and forth in this game. Both teams were pretty much want to win, but the Jets wanted it more. That's why they got it, and that's why they got that extra goal and beat the San Jose Sharks. San Jose is still within striking distance. They're no longer in last place in the division, so that's a good thing. So that's one thing. So that's it, folks. Last tonight I went 4-5-1. So let's get that. So let's do that right now. Four, five, one, 9 points, 145, 84, and 20. 316 points now is my hurt. And that'll do it for tonight, folks. As always, folks, please stay safe, take care. Remember the Lord's watching you. Um, Tell me how you guys are doing your records. Are you doing better than I am, or are you doing worse than I am? Tell me below. Also, if you are betting, because I give you guys the money line, how you guys doing on your bets? Are you ahead? Are you behind? Tell me how you guys are doing on that. And also, tell me tell me what's on your mind. Also, got any questions? Ask them. I will do my best to answer them. And as always, folks, please stay safe. Take care. Remember the Lord's watching you, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.